What's going on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram? Happy holidays to everyone out there. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be about the G37. This is going to be about the torque converter. Now in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to access the torque converter from underneath the car, because some of you out there don't know that you can do this. I've been getting this sound and it just started like 2 days ago, and I already knew this because it's happened to me twice already. I went underneath and I torqued down my torque converter bolts. Now, like I said, some people out there don't know how to do this, so I'm going to show you how and what to use to get this job done. So let's do it, guys. So for my car, because I don't have the bottom cover, the engine cover, I can access the crank pulley easily. So you're gonna need a breaker bar like this with a 19mm, and you're gonna need a 3/8 ratchet with a little extension like this. And because I'm using the ARP bolts for the torque converter, I need to use a 12-sided 12mm socket. I forget what the stock ones are, but I believe they might be a 6-sided or maybe a 10mm. I'm not sure. You're gonna need this right here to torque down the bolts on the torque converter, and you're gonna need this 10mm to take out the little plate that's so that you can get access to the bolts. And I know there's a torque spec for the bolts, but since this is the third time going underneath the car to do this, I'm going to go ahead and put thread locker onto the bolts. I recommend you use the blue one because this is not as strong as the red one. Do not use the red one, guys. So let's go under here. All right. So you want to get access to this plate right here. It's right here, guys. That's the plate, and it's a 10mm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my 10. Oh man, actually this is not gonna work, guys. Hold on. All right, so I was actually able to access this bolt with my wrench, but I highly recommend you use a socket with a little ratchet. So just so that you guys don't do the same thing I did. All right, so got the bolt loose. That's how it looks like, guys. There's a bolt right there. Here's the plate, and there's one bolt right there, and as you can see it says ARP. That's the bolt that I want to tighten right there. So what I'm going to do, there's 4 of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my breaker bar with a 19mm, and I'm going to put it right here. There's my pulley. Put my breaker bar on here like this. There it is, and you can move the crank just like that, guys. Very easy. So if I move it like this, it should go to the right. Let me see here, if you guys can see. Yep, see? So that's where I want it, so I could get the 10mm in there, or the 12mm, and tighten it. Alright guys, so sorry that I couldn't record the whole process, but my phone died, and I apologize guys. But I'm going to explain to you what exactly I did. So from the last clip, I ended up tightening all 4 bolts, which was a 12mm 12-sided bolt, and basically what it was doing, I found something new. It wasn't just the torque converter bolts, it was actually the plate, that I showed you guys how to remove. One of the bolts was getting a little loose, so it was sticking out a little bit, so it was touching the plate as it was rotating. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your torque converter bolts are always tightened. If you start hearing something like the clicking noise that you heard in my video, then you're going to want to go under there and do the same process I just showed you, which is tightening the torque converter bolts. So let's go ahead and start the car. No more noise, guys. Everything is good. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Happy holidays, guys.